What's up, people? Yo, amazing. Dominic's great. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Happy to see everyone. Happy to see this amazing day. Yeah, market is like being very choppy, manipulative. Sup, LeBron. I thought you were saying set up. Set up, LeBron. We need setup. So, how is everything? Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Doing good. Being just sitting calmly, watching markets, reading some stuff. Was connecting today with that deep chart CEO. So probably in a 2 days, in a 3 days, we're gonna have a full access to the deep charts to our community. Those who are most active, loyal traders in X9 are going to get. Do you hear me well? Are going to get the full access to the deep charts first 2-3 months for free. The market is preparing for the big boom. You mean skyrocket? I know. It's, I don't think so, actually. It already pumped to elevated levels. Maybe it will pump extra, but the only reason why should it pump even further is if the rate cuts will be accepted. But this is not going to happen. Everyone wants to hear the Kevin Walsh only related to the rate hikes, and basically today is the day not about the news and CPI news. No one cares about CPI today because everyone cares what is going to say the new Fed chair. They want to know who is that guy. What is he going to say about the monetary policy? What is his view? What is his main view on the monetary policy? Is he more hawkish or dovish? This is all that we want to see. That's it. And every word about rate cuts or rate hikes will move the markets. Full crash. Yeah, maybe after the pump. After a pump, yes. If we, I would say we will even crash if there is nothing actually valuable in this meeting. It can happen. Everyone is waiting, everyone's waiting for Trump announcements, and how many times they had no impact in general, nothing valuable. So today is the same day, but the only thing why it's so special, it's his first day of the speech, first day as a Fed chair, the new Fed chair. Who crashed? I know at that thing we're gonna down. Okay, so audio is amazing. Everything is fine, guys. 71 people already. What the hell, so fast? Uh, so what is happening? Small retracement from these levels on the CFD price. So yeah, CFD price on our brokers where we use the MetaTrader. So the bounce back from this level. Actually, why it's not there? I moved that level to 80 right now because that's where I would love to short. I'm not ready to short from here anymore. I used to have the level here, not anymore. Let's see. Kindly reduce the latency of the stream so we can copy trades real time. Actually, right now it's 5 seconds. It's totally almost acceptable, but yeah, there is no way I can reduce it to 1 second. I don't have such a streaming services to do that. Isn't my camera blurry? Blurry? Let me show you. Shorts 43.64, 43.66 in progress. Максим Тихомир. Да, ты зашел? Ты зашел на шорты? Someone asked about the video editing. Guys, everything what you do, you just need to have a character. Even trading is not something, every trader is unique. Every trader is unique, and every trader sees the market the way he sees it, right? But yeah, the tools might be the same, the strategy might be the same, but you know, every strategy can be seen from different angles, from different perspectives. Same in the video editing, same in a video filmmaking. Everyone is unique. That's why we watch different producers, directors, movies. Everyone has a different character. The market is the same, guys. It's so versatile. It is so versatile. And there is no right or wrong actually decisions. There is only bad decisions that are made by you in terms of psychology and when you leave your system behind. That's it. The losing trade is not a bad trade. If you follow the rules, if you were staying and sticking to your system and you lost, there is nothing bad in that. That's actually a win. But since if you start like being hacking, changing your strategies, you think, oh, I need new strategy, I need new things. I'm not saying you shouldn't learn something new, but you need to you need to have a one plan how to execute and follow that plan. Bro, how you relate CFD price with the comics price? How you really match levels? Why should I match the levels? I see what is happening in the real data, live, tick by tick on the comics charts. If I see absorptions, if I see what is happening, the same thing is happening on CFD. I don't care the price. I just enter. I just enter the trade and that's it. You really actually see that's a reflection. It's a mirror. It's the same price. I mean, like, yeah, price is different, but the same pattern, the same candles. There is no big difference actually. You just execute, you watch the comics, and that's it. You can actually trade on comics, but you need a different broker, future broker, and that is providing you opportunities to trade US markets as well. Čau, mentoru. Vari parādīt pēdējo scalp setupu, kāds bija sevis, kas sanāca un nesanāca. Kā un tad Eriks šēroja to setupu. Es domāju, ka mēs koncentrēsimies uz galveno grupu. Kā jau es teicu, galvenā grupa, tas ir tas main idea, kur es gribu koncentrēties. Kas tur bija? Tur bija dumps, daudz iegāja shortu, heatmapā es tagad tev neparādīšu. Jo heatmaps, nu rek, man liekas, varbūt bija, jā. Redz, reku šitie shorti iegājuši iekšā. Un bija doma noķert mazu momentu. Bet tas ir risky trade. Es vienmēr saku, ka scalps tas ir risky trade. Tur būs. Es nemeklēju kādas 3 konfirmācijas, 4 konfirmācijas. Es meklēju dažreiz 1, 2 konfirmācijas. Tas ir tikai priekš viena iemesla dēļ, lai dotu biežāk treidus. Un lai dotu biežāk treidus, būs mazāk konfirmācijas. Ja mēs reāli gaidām mūsu levelus un augstāko konfirmāciju, mēs varam nosēdēt vispār bez treidiem. Viss, tā ir vienkārši atbilde. Šeit konfirmācija bija daudz shortu salec iekšā, un bija doma, ka turpināsies moments, bet ātri nosvičoju uz augšu visu, iegāja baieri, pat šeit redzi bija reku shorts arī. Baieri iegājuši vēlāk, reku ir pirmais baiers, un visu uzpušoju praisu tad uz augšu beigās. I'm sorry guys, yeah. Yeah, Crystal, let's speak in English, actually. That would be nice. Where do you live and right now, what time on your side? It is actually like 1951. It's 8 p.m. No, it's 8 a.m. 8 p.m. PM. It's just PM, right? Yeah. I was messing up with the AM PM. Can you explain, please, what are the icebergs? You haven't been on the previous stream? Hey, LeBron, love you, love you, love your content. Thank you, thank you. Bro, explaining English. Yes, I'm just explaining. We had a scalp setup, so guy just asked. But right now we are just concentrating on a main group. If there will be a possibility to short or long, let's go. Let's do that. Let's risk. Any trade is a risk trade, but less or more. If you have more confirmation, it's less risky. That's it. There is no 100% guaranteed trades. So how we can see that chart? You cannot see that chart, unfortunately. You need to buy the deep charts. Hey LeBron, dear, why are you ignoring? No one is ignoring, brother. No one is ignoring. For gold, we can see institutional activity on the comics. For crypto, we watch which exchange. CME, like you can watch actually the Binance footprints. You can watch the Bybit footprints. Those are the biggest crypto providers. So basically, a lot of things happening there. Institutions accumulate there as well. Of course, you need to see the ETFs, ETF inflows, outflows as well. No, I'm not trading. Are you trading with for scalp and main group with one account? No, the scalp group is different account. That's why credit. It's totally different approach. Yes, we have sometimes the same trade if it's a high confirmation, but uh, it is different accounts, guys, because the risks are different. Executions might be different. We can like make some more risky moves. I don't want to mix everything in one account. Does your special access still open? Yes, of course. You can go to the Telegram and message the manager. What's your opinion on FOMC, pump or dump? I don't know, like I'm waiting for a pump and dump, but yeah, it all depends what the Kevin Bush will say. Hey mate, what the delta volume in candles use is like a more precise volume profile for low volume nodes. I mean, the delta is just it's the how much contracts were traded at exact moment or just exact price level. That's the contracts. Basically, it's almost the same, but there is small differences because the volume can be calculated by price as well, volatility. There is different kind of volumes. But yeah, the delta, it's like a CVD, actually, that's as well the volume, but different. It's just who's more aggressive or who is more, yes, who's more aggressive, sellers or buyers. Can we join the Scott group? Does that? No, you can join, but there is some mandatories. You need to have a proper capital, and yeah, you need to be experienced in trading. I would say if you're new, Scalp group will destroy you. If you're new, it will destroy you. even the even the main group with the highest probabilities. Guys, imagine we had 90% win rate, 90% win rate, and people still managed to lose taking all the trades. I just, feel I have that feeling if we will have 100% win rate, people will still find a way to lose. It's not a joke. I'm saying trading is so complicated. Can you explain the about the delta divergency? So basically, when the divergency is happening, okay, for example, I just don't have a CVD full chart right now here, but if the divergence, if the CVD is falling down, right? It is falling down, so it means there is more aggressive sellers. So CVD is dropping, aggressive sellers are very aggressive. They're adding more aggressive contracts, moving market on the market order, but the price is moving up. And this is being called the absorption. That's it, very simple. If the price is moving up, the passive buyers absorbed all of these aggressive sellers on the CVD. And that's why we have a divergency. The price is moving up, CVD is moving down. And you see that there is more and more absorption. And at some point, this absorption must be stopped. But where it could be stopped, this is the other question that you need to use other tools. If you see a CVD divergency, it doesn't mean it happens like that right here when you spot it. You need to define where it might happen because they will deplete in resources. Someone will deplete in resources. I hope you understand, right? Hi, today I took a long position at 11:45, but was wicked out at break even as I moved stop loss. Any advice on the psychology aspects, not placing stop loss as soon as trade is in plus? Psychology. Do not put the big position size. Remember, guys, at that point when you already entered the trade, and if your hands are shaking, you are already losing because you are entering with the money that you cannot lose. Come with a position size that you are comfortable to lose, and everything will be fine. Do you think I will put my stop loss as well at unexpected place if I will trade with $2 million? I'm not trading $2 million. I don't want to have that kind of a feeling, if you know what I mean. What do you think about the Dovi hybrid trader? Dovi hybrid trader? I don't know. What is he trading? I know he's from Lithuania. What is his strategy? I don't know. I don't know actually. You know, if Dovi can provide okay, 3 months in a row, all of his setups, anyone who can provide 3 months in a row, all of his setups, and if you see if he can make at least 10% every month, if he can make 10% every month, he's already a professional trader. If he cannot make that, if he's losing 5, 10, or even more, that's when you consider this guy's just a fake guru. That's it. And that's why many people do not share setups. Ask your question, why? Okay, let me read the chat. What do you know about the Kevin Walsh reputation? I don't know the reputation. Everyone thinks he's like a Trump puppet, right? But he was swearing. He had a hearing. There was a hearing 2 months ago, probably, or 1.5 months ago, and he swore in front of whole court that he is not going to execute someone's wishes. So he is not a Trump puppet. But you know, who knows? Who knows? We are just here watching the social media. We are here most, uninformed people. You were to share the 2 videos that you said they were boring but informative. Just reminding you. Activity volume profile and divergence is something like that. That is his strategy, but he trade 1 minute chart. So what do you mean CVD and volume profile? So he's using already CVD and volume profiles? I mean volume profiles, that's cool, yeah, but what else he's using to confirm? I don't think he's using order flow. I would know about him if he would use the heat maps and the order flow. Kevin is a guy that makes choices depending on data. Yes, he's data-driven guy. He's a very conservative. And the moment when he was, announced by the Trump, the market fall down, the gold fall down. You know why? Because he's he was offering to buy treasury bills, and that guy is a conservative. He The funniest thing, Trump wants a rate cuts, but that guy is a conservative, which means he's not going to give you a rate cuts. And this is such a, irony. I don't know. They think he's a puppet, but still people think that he is very conservative and more hawkish than dovish. But Trump wants rate cuts, and he announced it. He announced the Kevin Walsh. There's such a controversial information. No one knows what is going to happen. And today, let's see what is his tone. Let's see what he's going to say. Kevin is a guy that makes choices depending on that and fears, which is a good. Any wins today, LeBron? No, we didn't trade in the main group. Only one trade in the scalp group, and that was unsuccessful. Where are the last persons of the chain to know who is with who? Have you seen that Matters guy from Latvia, that Krakow was advertising in his TikTok? He's also doing the same thing as you guys, but he draws lines. So bring me his statistics. Drawing drawing trend lines. Yes, Krallo, he's opening the guys. Imagine why Krallo is opening the same community as we did, because people are already, they are tired of buying courses. They are tired of buying products that do not give you nothing valuable. And Krallo finally found that he can do the same group like I do, like other do, and now he's trying to make money. He's trying to make money because there is no other way to make in trading money, because no one is buying courses anymore. And that's why I never sold courses, because it's the worst thing you can do. The courses, that's like it being only fun model. Can one use CVD in trading view? Yes, you can use the CVD in trading view. There is a CVD, well, you need probably a premium subscription. When does he go live? So Kevin War's speech will be in 1 hour and 30 minutes. You guys, let's watch actually what is happening. Why we are not like watching charts? So look, it's such a calm before the storm. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Yeah, we bounce back from that level. Not much actually. Yeah, 7. Okay, $10 drop. Around $10 drop from these levels on the. It's $10. Yes, it's $10. I think market is now going to go sideways, and maybe at some point it will reach 4,380. That's what I think actually. That's what might happen. Because everyone is already loaded contracts. They all loaded the contracts. Look at that 1 hour chart on look how many buys. Aggressive buys, 7%, 500 contracts. Aggressive buys, 443 contracts. Aggressive buys, 580 contracts. Aggressive buys, 284 contracts. Aggressive. Everyone loaded their bags with the longs. Imagine what kind of a long squeeze it can be if we will dump down like in one candle. So $1 billion loaded in the longs. Everyone was accumulating it, even from yesterday, guys. Some contracts were accumulated already from yesterday. Let me see where is the VWAP actually. God damn it. The hell I did. VWAP. So we are actually how much is this? It's around 55. We are $15 from the fair value by the volume. $15. Yeah, let's move to the first screen. So let me read the chat. Let's see if there will be aggressive participants coming in. You see, nothing happens. So there is no aggressive anymore for the past 15 minutes. In the previous minute, we received equal amount of contracts on aggressive side buy and on aggressive sell side. So nothing actually happens. 5% only aggressivity, 41 contracts. So yeah, after this dump, no big moves. Everyone is just like, waiting for FOMC, and probably we won't see any setups before that. I believe so. The hybrid trader is still like a private, but he shows that it's his platform where you can see fundamental news, track data. So it's AI platform. I got it. It's just the AI platform that is showing you fundamentals, technicals. Beautiful. But the main thing you need is his knowledge. If he's profitable, let him give you all the setups in front. That would be most valuable thing. And explaining every setup. Of course, explaining, guys. So, guys, I might miss some chats. Sorry. Honestly, I was chilling today. No setups. Was just studying last night the order flow, and now I want to see if I can make some profit If not, tomorrow we try again. Guys, do you actually know how the order flow was born? What is the order flow? I think most retail traders don't know. They don't know. 90, 95%, I think they don't know actually that something like that exists. Yes, maybe they saw the heat maps, order books, but they don't get it. What all these numbers are. And most of the people think order flow, that's some kind of indicator, which is completely wrong. Do you think we'll get a community discount for the? Yes, we're gonna get the community discount as well. So some people, I will decide who is going to get the access for free, 3 months. And then you decide if you want to buy, you will receive as well the a huge discount from X9 community. Or you can buy it instantly if you wish. It's up to you. So you can use it. If you see it's a good platform, go ahead. I would say that's the best platform that is developing. It still has a huge potential to bring in new tools. And heat map is working perfectly. It is doing its job. The XFeed MBO data is there, beautiful. You can connect market by order and you can get the level 3 data. Yeah. And guys, actually, the order flow exists from beginning. From the OPA, the sellers are coming in. Look at that. Aggressive sellers, and they've been absorbed instantly. You see? Aggressive sellers tried to push, and someone just placed 2 icebergs. 200 contracts, guys. 200 contracts. That's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. Institutions loaded. They don't want to let the price down. The 74 contracts, just someone tried to push the market. And imagine, guys, no one saw these guys. No one saw these two institutions. The order book was empty. There was no 200 contracts sitting here. And when the price moved down, the algorithm of the institution placed limit orders instantly because they saw they can execute their contracts, passive buying contracts, to interact with these aggressive sellers. Amazing. That's a buy signal. First confirmation, first. But we are not at the level. I don't see the level. We are at the elevated levels, almost at the resistance level. So we can buy, but it's not a big move actually. It is actually a decent move for a call, but we still can come back, retest again. These guys are strong to defend that level, but let's see. You see, 74 absorption. So guys, even though absorption doesn't mean always you need to see a divergency. That guy, 74 contracts, he's already being absorbed. He didn't catch the move. He probably was trying to move down here to take profits. It's maybe even few guys. We don't know actually. That might be a huge institutions or few participants. But when we see the iceberg, this is MBO data. That's definitely one strong institution, defending level. Now we are receiving pump. Let's go. Why is different price of gold return? It's not different, brother. I need to put a pinned comment on the chat, guys. You need to understand gold. There is a spot gold and future gold. Future price, that's when you watch the institutional outflow inflow, and CFD price is retailer noise. We trade CFD price, and CFD price never goes into the desk of the institutional inside, right? They don't see our prices. Our market order stays inside the small broker, Vantage or Bullwise. That's it. That's a closed small home for us. No one sees our contract. So we do not move the market. Don't forget, everyone who is using CFD brokers, we do not affect the markets at all. We do not affect them. What affects the market is the future price of the gold. OTC trading behind the scenes. OTC, that's something different. We will never know what is happening behind the OTC desks. In the deep charts, 3 for 3 months. Also for level 1. No, level 1 community won't get it. No. Level 1, it's you need to understand, guys, there are levels. A deep charts is a very professional platform, and it requires to have funds to buy it, use it, learn. Most of the people in level 1 I don't want to say that they are not serious about trading, but they still don't have a full access to be on the next level. Is it possible to watch this chart for me? No, if you only if you buy. Yes, I was learning about it too because yesterday night I was what the fuck my what what the fuck why price is different? I thought I was on the wrong chart. No, CFD price, guys. So here is the broker price. Let me see. Here's the CFD price. That's retailer noise. That's retailers. That's it. Insane move. Is it day free? Блин, Максим, ты спрашиваешь, вот ты приколист, вот знаешь, вот ничего не поменялось. Я тебе больше советов не даю. Закрывай сделку и сиди, смотри на чарты, радуйся. Не надо сейчас что-то там представлять. Есть профит, забрал, все. Does the MBO data comes out immediately, like how we saw these sellers getting absorbed? Of course, it's very fast data. MBO data is a level 3 data, guys. There is no higher data for retailers than MBO. That's it. This is the best, you know, bang for your buck that you can get for trading. That's it. It provides you not just the price orders, but segregated data. You see the different participants by ID. So the algorithm of MBO price, market by order, it splits the participants. And this is the most valuable part, you see? These guys, that's one institution. How much is MBO? The X feed? $25 a month, probably, or 35, if I'm not wrong. I don't know, guys. You mean the more passive the ability will like they're placing orders to move up. Okay, guys, I missed so many questions. I missed so many questions. You can ask again. I just don't want to like scroll chat up. We need X9 merch now with a little Porsche printed somewhere. I don't have any more Porsche, but I'm this summer I'm buying a new car. There is no delay. Delay is on your chart trading view, brother, because you don't have a subscription. You need to buy a data feed. You buy a data feed and you'll get real data, real live data, not delayed. Do you like 812 super fast? I love all the sport cars. Do you know if Andrea, the CEO of the Deep Charts, has mentioned whether they plan to release the Mac version? Yes, he said next year. It might happen next year. You see, it's not that actually everything simple. Actually, Andrea told me when he started the business, he had a one vision, and when he was in the middle of creating this business, he just reformed everything, restructured all the thoughts, approaches. He just stopped selling courses as well. They used to sell courses, but they then realized it's not valuable information actually to sell. It is valuable to give for free. Right now, we are living in a world when you can get everything for free. You don't need to pay for information, guys. If you pay for information only for, private time, if someone is going to mentor you, okay, I got it. Because he's like wasting his time on you and you're paying for his time. But the courses, sorry, no. Worst thing to invest. Teach me how to read the order flow. Okay, it's very easy. 5 minutes and you're ready. What about the monthly subscription? Yeah, you can use the monthly, but it's not that it's not worth if you're gonna use it 1 year. you're gonna overpay. Like, you will waste a lot of money. It's better to buy 6 months or 1 year instantly. You said last stream that we could try out a deep charts somehow. Can you explain that again? Yes, you will. Those who are in X9 community, you will be able to use deep charts. I was mentioning this before. I'm mentioning this again. If you are in X9 community, write to the mentor chat, and we will provide information soon, maybe in next days. Your golden crypto algo works on which indicators? What logic runs behind that? The levels, key levels, some order flow information, but not that deep as we see here, because here it's more complicated, more precise. And of course, some smart money concepts. That's what people want to see. So if you want to trade ICT smart money concept, all what I would use is only some order blocks, some supply demand zones, and few fair value gaps, only those who are being caused by something fundamental. That's a valuable fair value gap. If you're gonna draw fair value gaps every 5 minutes, you're just cooked. Why you change your PC setup place? I just wanna sit here. That's more light here in the first floor. I have a setup on upper floor, but here I have more light, more breathing room. A little bit. What do you think about M3 concept? I think the F and G series are the last beautiful ones. Myself, I love them. I love the M3 competition that I have. It's really nice car. It is a very nice car. I bought it like for $85,000. It's just unbelievable price for that kind of a car. It's fast. It's one of the best engines. You can like give it a more horsepowers if you want to tune up. It's just unbelievable car. You won't get any better car for $85,000. That is new. That is very a lot of interesting things inside it. Technology, everything looks good, comfy. Everyday driver is beautiful. Guys, you have enough time to ask LeBron stupid questions about Thomas Crowell or other traders, but you don't have 2 seconds to hit the like button. Thank you, right? Yes, guys, you can hit the like button. It will help us. It will help us. Okay, guys, you see, the level is being defended. That's what we proved. So basically, if we would love to take risk right now, we would take this scalp move and we would make at least $3, $4, $5. But it's only for now. We see some buyers coming in here. The buyer tried to push up. He was absorbed, but it's only temporary. We might see extra more aggressive buyers coming in. Oh, sorry, guys. You see the first, second screen. I will show you different screen. So here it is. So yeah, you see, here's the guy who is absorbed, but he might be coming back with a positive balance. You see, they still add the contracts, guys. These guys, they see that line, they're still adding some extra contracts. They defend level, they are still in the game, and we know that information. No ICT and smart money concept traders will ever have that kind of information. We need to break that resistance level 43.90 on the COMEX charts, or this one right here, it's 43.80. This is the price that I want to reach. Even it's even here, 75, I would say. 43.75, that's the price that I want to, that's where I want to see the price. That's where I would love to take an action. I would love to take an action here. Mhm. They were pushing up, not strong enough. There is no enough of activity on the tape, no tape activity, so there's no just active buyers, but some aggressive buyers coming in sometimes. What happened with the gold indicated that you and Rainis were developing. He stayed with Rainis. It was more of his idea. Why you don't launch the course for your community? If you come to the community, I'm always like giving information about the order flow. Now you can learn here. Why do you need a course? What do you want to know? Tell me. So what exactly you want to know in the order flow? Well, what part you do not understand, you tell me, I will try to explain you. A book map, book map teaching brother how to read properly. Book map? You mean the heat map, right? Because the book map, I used to have a book map. That's actually the same, the heat map, book map. So what do you see here, guys? Come on, let's have a quiz in the chat. What is this? What are these red lines, guys? Tell me, please, in the chat. Who knows what are these red lines? Come on, who is going to be smartest one? Resistance. Partially correct. But it's not still resistance. Orders. What kind of orders? Sell orders. What kind of sell orders? Red lines are the selling orders. I'd say resistance. Passive sellers. Here it is. First, that's a precise question. Passive sellers. And what means passive sellers, guys? What means passive sellers? Limit, right? Beautiful. You see, you know everything. And what are the green lines? What are the green lines? they, they know everything, but they still ask questions. Passive buys. Beautiful. Limit. No limit sell orders. Limit buy orders. So guys, one more question. Have you ever been passive buyer or seller? Have you ever been passive buyer seller? Just answer that question. You see? Yes. Everyone was. But most of the time, you're not, right? Most of the time. When you receive a signal on a buy, you execute right now, right? What kind of an order is this when you execute right now? Just pushing buy button, not limit order. What kind of order is that? Market order, right? So where now show me where are the market orders here? Let me push the big screen. Where are the market orders here, guys? Here it is. Tell me where we see the market orders. Yeah, actually, that's a smart thing. I'm always passive buyer or seller to save a trading fee. That's a smart thing. The bubbles, you see? So that's all you need to know. Now the thing is, the more you watch the chart, the more you understand how these all participants interact with each other, aggressive with the passive. Remember, for example, guys, next question. Here is this green aggressive buy bubble. Who was interacting with this bubble? Green bubble. Who was interacting with that bubble? Aggressive buy bubble. Who is going to answer first? He's a legend. No, no. They are aggressive buyers, but who was interacting with them? Yep, passive sellers. Dark Galaxy Systems. This guy is a legend. This guy is a legend. W for that guy. You remember, guys, everyone, there is a cross interaction. When there is a green bubble, then someone passively sold to that green bubble. And when there is a red bubble, then someone passively provided liquidity for that aggressive red bubble. And providing liquidity, it's a buy. So it's buy order on the passive side. So someone sold, and executed contracts with the passive buyers. So now we're moving up again. You see, here is the aggressive, huge bubbles, 42 contracts, 49. That's a reasonable amount of contract, guys. And that's why we are moving. We're trying to push aggressively. We are creating these imbalances. You see, no one wants to sell here, but everyone wants to buy here on a 15-minute time frame. For the past 15 minutes, everyone wants to buy here so far. But on these levels, we see some activity on a sell, passive sell. You see, if we don't see a lot, guys, remember, look at that. You're watching here. Here's the 0 and 1. And you say, why we don't have anyone here? Because actually the passive sellers provided liquidity, and these aggressive buyers, they interacted with them and couldn't break. They couldn't break above. So passive sellers, we don't see here passive sellers, guys. We see on an order flow only aggressive orders, market orders. So we see imbalances between them. We see the levels between them. But what actually matters that we see the absorption, right? But the absorption of these right now of these buyers, in general, the candle is still green. There is no huge absorption in general, but these guys are being absorbed. So they already being below the price. They bought, but they are below the price. That's absorption, but the acceptance right now is coming acceptance. You see, we're coming in now, we accept that buyer, and if this buyer sees more aggressive buys, he's moving up and up and up and up, and we accept these buyers, not absorb. It's been a trading for a year now as a, I'm sorry, let me see. Let me see what is that guy saying. I've been trading for a year now as a counter trader, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like I'm still missing the most important things. For example, tell me, what is the problem actually? What is the problem? What do you want to know? LeBron, since you were building a community, do you think that one day we could grow into the professional trading group with enough capital and experience to trade like it's the, oh my God. I will say you honestly, no, never. I just want to be honest, guys. Retail trading will always remain 90+% losing all trades. It's just, we are here, guys, we are not here to sell you pipe dreams or tell fairy tales. Most of you won't be professional traders. I cannot even call myself a professional trader. I'm a profitable trader. What means professional? That's something probably, in my vision, when you are on the highest level operating with institutional money. I'm just a, I would say, full-time trader with decent amount of profits. That's it. How you interpret the tape on the right of your screen. So just interest. You see the aggressive interest is rising on a tape. The more it is rising, the more fast these new aggressive participants coming and interact more and more, because they see the movement, they see the levels, and they want to interact. Laura, can you explain price action? Reading in a short, please. Yeah, how you, I mean, courses, how you interpret it. I've been trading for a year now as a counter trader, but it doesn't feel, yeah, I read that message. I'm just asking what actually is wrong. What do you feel? Do you know what is wrong with your trading? How do you use VWAP? Oh, you already know the VWAP. If you know already VWAP, you don't know how to use it or what? I mean, you just, you don't use it, you just define. Right now, we are above the VWAP. When we are above the VWAP, it's more dangerous to buy. When we are below the VWAP, it's better to buy. That's it. Okay, guys, 103 viewers. So far you see what has been confirmed. The two icebergs. It's more than 200. It's 192 contracts only passively. I'm more than sure they bought aggressively. And probably these guys are the same institutions. Of course, we cannot say 100%, but there is a high chance of these guys that they have more than 200 countries. They defended level. What happens next? Now they defend level. It means there is a huge interest to defend before FOMC meeting and probably pump to the new levels right here. If there will be fast confirmation on buy or sell, we're gonna scalp. We're gonna scalp move only for not for the main group, but here on the stream. Just 0.5 lots, small risk. One more thing, guys, I just wanted to mention. Remember, there are so different many approaches in trading. If you want to scalp and have fast scalps with risk to reward ratio 1 to 3, it means you're gonna have maximum 50% win rate, and that's in the best scenario. So best scalpers in the world, like Fabio, they have 50%, remember. So if you're gonna scalp, you will probably have 30-25% in a best scenario. So scalping is small scalping, $5, $4 with risk to reward ratio 1 to 3, 1 to 4. It's a different game. When we share setup with the 4 take profits, we chase $15 move, $20 moves, $30 move, and we have stuff. Look at that. Look, here it is. Here it is. Beautiful. Look, oh my God, look at that candle. Oh my God. That's the same institution. That's the same institution. Now we are reaching that level. That's where the shorts came in. 43. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that price action. Holy smokes. See? These institutions were loading the contracts. You don't need any levels. You don't need any boxes. You saw by your eyes. Everything was in front of your eyes. Level was defended. And at some point, you see, if I wouldn't be on stream, I would be watching like that to enter a buy fast. To enter a buy fast, catch them all out, 10, $8, that's it. What did you buy in icebergs? I didn't buy icebergs. The institutions buy the gold by the icebergs on the passive buy side. And you see, guys, someone secured already hedge positions, probably. Here's one iceberg, 30 contracts. That's not a decent amount for confirmation, but the price is still moving up. We bounced back. See, before that, we had exactly right here, actually, yeah. Now, guys, we are looking for shorts. Now we are looking for shorts. Imagine how many contracts they are loading up. Imagine, I will tell you. Oh my God, it's already 6,000 contracts in general in one candle. Why did you buy on icebergs appearing? Because icebergs, that's institutions that defend level. You have information. So you basically confirm that someone is very interested in holding that level. Now they're bouncing back. Look at that. Someone passively sold. That's a passive selling. You see, guys, how you define who is selling? Aggressive sellers or passive sellers? Here it is. We don't see aggressivity. There's no huge bubbles, no super, a lot of aggressive. You see the candle is 15% green, so 15% aggressive sellers controlling the candle. And here it is. We're bouncing back because the liquidity providers, these sellers here, they're just placing, and that iceberg is confirmation. Look at that. Here's this iceberg. The purple one, iceberg, that's a sell iceberg. So someone started to reload the contracts on passive side. And he just right now collecting all these sells, and probably he's in profits right now. Yes, he moved the market. These guys were just aggressively pushing up market, and these passively just absorbed them. Now these guys are in trouble, but I believe we are still moving up. I believe we're still moving up. I appreciate that you give a lot of info, but having it in a systematical order can help us learn way better. Don't you think? The best systematical thing is to come to excellent community and just learn every day with me. Brother Voldemort, how many contracts do you see for confirmation? I mean, you're aggressive. How many? It depends on session. You need to know what is that. Today is a big day. You see, now we are watching 99 contracts. It's a huge contracts on a delta, guys. A lot of huge contracts, 42, 74. This is a massive. You won't see 99 contracts just usually on a London session even. There is no such thing. They usually 35, 40. Now we see a huge activity, guys. This is an unusual thing actually for the markets to have 99 and pump like that right here, 74 sellers. That's actually a lot. And look at these imbalances. These are strong imbalances moving market up, and no aggressive sellers, only passive. You see, the passive liquidity is still providing new walls, providing new meat. The liquidity is trying to push price down, not the aggressive sellers. There is not a lot of market orders to push price down, but the passive, yes. Someone is hedging positions. Someone is trying to load positions on a short before. Maybe they know something. Maybe they're gonna short the market right now. That's a big question, right? And we see a lot of these aggressive buyers are still there, and I think they wanna come back. They wanna refill, and they're gonna refill these imbalances up. Yeah, you need to dive deep. Order flow is not something easy to catch from the first view. So actually, you need to devote time. You need to have a keen desire to learn the markets, and yeah, there's no other way. This is not ICT, watching TGR and having fun on stream and just gambling. Yeah, what actually we have from ICT? Let's see. Just draw the boxes. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Fair Value Gap. Okay, here it is. Now that's a confirmation. That's a huge confirmation. We're gonna bounce back from these levels, you see, and we're gonna buy. Just guessing. That's everything what you see. But what we saw, we don't need that gap. We need a highest confirmation. And what we actually see, we see these icebergs. And that's a real data, guys. We see the icebergs on a bike. Here it is. This is the real data, not the square, guys. This is the real data. That's what actually happened on the COMEX charts right now, right there in US markets. If you gotta guess always with the fair value gaps, you will always lose. Not always, but most of the time, because it's guessing. But the confirmation comes from the order flow. Look at that. Now first aggressive sellers, not a lot of them. Now we defend. Now passive buyers are defending. It means we're moving up. We're moving up. Let's see. There should be some extra bounce back. Damn, where is the actually next level? It's 44. It's actually 44. 4,400 is the next strong resistance level. Can we pump extra $20? Why not? Why not? That's what I would love to maybe take a short 100%. Now there is a huge fight. A lot of passive sellers are providing liquidity, and we need more and more aggressive buyers. But look, we already dropped so many aggressive buy contracts. 143, 34. It's only 15 minutes past 50. It's not even 15 minutes. It's even less. It's been, how much it been? Like 15. It's been only 6 minutes And look how many contracts we already loaded up before FOMC meeting. 90-minute countdown. Now we might buy. I'm just watching. Now we need more confirmation, guys. We are at the level. We are at the level. And you see how we reacted from that level, guys. This was marked before. We reacted here because on the heat map, there were a lot of liquidity and it wasn't spoofing. So liquidity wasn't spoof. It was a real liquidity and we bounced back. Passive sellers are very strong and they are defending. But these guys who placed and pumped the market, I think they have enough of contracts even to consume all these meat walls and move even up and then dump. Fabio is executing a 15-second chart, right? Not always. 15, 1 minute, it depends. But yeah, Fabio is scalping very small moves. Guys, yeah, make sure to watch Fabio. That guy is he's a serious one. But yeah, if you want to only scalp moves. But anyways, the order flow idea stays the same. He knows everything what I know. So, and he trades same way, but just with some different execution tools. What is absorption and acceptance? Absorption, that's when, for example, you see these 143 buyers or these 43 buyers, they bought and now they've been absorbed. They wanted to move price up, but now they are in very bad position. So basically they're losing. They've been absorbed by whom? By passive sellers. That's it. That's absorption. Acceptance, these guys being accepted. 99 contracts, that's acceptance. These guys push the market, they moved, and that's acceptance. That's when you see the acceptance, you might go long. But the more acceptance is, the more long. You see how many acceptance imbalance, acceptance imbalance, acceptance imbalance, strong imbalance with the ratio 500%. This one is 500% ratio. This one has like also 500. So 500 ratio just stacked. These are all stacked imbalances. Acceptance, acceptance, acceptance. So everything is pumping so far. Let's see the next candle. Yes, deep dome on the left, deep charts on the right. So basically, it's the same company, guys. It's just providing a different. Actually, everything is order flow. Everything what you see is the order flow. Heat map is the order flow tool, just differently represented for you visually and some point as well technically. What is imbalance? Imbalance, that's when on one price level, there were more buyers compared to the sellers. So they couldn't like compete with the sellers or buyers and they create imbalances. How can you detect the limit order as a trap or spoofing? So that's a good question. For example, the icebergs are manipulations. Icebergs are real thing. When the iceberg appear, that's a confirmation. It's not anymore some kind of misleading information. But yes, for example, if you see that price right here, 15 orders, 45 orders, right? Most of the time, we don't know. Maybe those are spoofing. But actually, if that would be spoofing, I would consider to have a bigger wall. If we see 18 contracts, I don't think it's a spoofing because 18 contracts is not that, something very valuable in terms of these market conditions right now when we are reading FOMC. But let's look up. What could be very valuable or spoofing? How spoofing could look like? See, there is actually no, I wouldn't say there is some kind of a spoofing so far. If there would be like 70 contracts, 100 contracts on one price level, I would consider that might be a spoofing. Let's look down. For example, here, 50 contracts. Might be not. It's a bigger chance that this is spoofing. 50 contracts. If we see, look at that, 304. there is a high chance that this wall might be removed. And it serves right now as a magnet to attract buyers or sellers and then trap them. So spoofing, that kind of amount of contracts can place only huge institutions. Do you understand, guys? Great content, man, as usual. Thank you. You're welcome. Always welcome. How futures and options work? Why do you need options? Options is different. I wouldn't call it option trading. It's not a classic trading. I would say options is more about like, guessing what you can use. You can use the gamma exposure for option trading. But this is completely different, guys. I wouldn't suggest trading options, but it's only my perspective. Is it free to place contracts? Yes, you can place limit orders for free, but be careful. You believe me, why are you asking that question? Because you are not a spoofer, believe me. You're not the spoofer, and I'm not a spoofer as well. We cannot spoof the market. So guys thinking, maybe I should put the spoof wall. I know they use the highest grade data possibly, but it's let me read. What was that? Guys, let me change the music. It's very darkish. So what is happening right now, guys? Some aggressive sellers stepped in. Now we see this is not only about the passive sellers defending, but the aggressive sellers are coming in. And aggressive sellers might come in as well with the passive sellers alongside. So every passive seller can execute the contracts on the market order as well. And that's what usually institutions do. So how the institution plays the limit orders? They place 70% of these orders on limit and 30 execute on the market. If institutions do not spoof and get acceptivity but passivity, they make money. Yes, they can manipulate the market in their favor. And even $1 move because of the spoofing can make a lot of money for them. Would Deep Dome be enough to see good setups? No. Big Dome is a tool. It's extra tool. You need everything. Trading is not something that can be like executed by, I mean, like people execute only watching candles and drawing lines, of course, but you know how it will end. I know how it will end. It will end up with the blowing up accounts. There is one guy who's actually using one lot. I'm using one lot as well. What do you want to say about that? Only 10 minutes left until the Federal Reserve rate cuts announcement. No one cares about the rate cuts. Everyone cares about the press conference. Yeah, the rate cuts will be announced, some volatility, but everyone priced in already. Guys, rate cuts are priced in. Why can't you guys create a Discord server? Because I think it's not valuable for me. I do not even have a time to communicate with the people on a Telegram. But the Discord, it's extra time. I need extra people, extra teammates to operate. So you watch data on the COMEX charts, which have a different price, and execute price on a normal broker, CFD type. Yes, exactly. You got it correct. Why can't you guys create a Discord? Everyone is asking just nice questions. One lot with 4 positions is not much total. 4 lots. Think bigger. What is a CFD versus futures? Guys, so here, for example, when you trade gold future price on a COMEX, it's so different. It's most of the time US market regulated and backed by gold, not much, 1 or 2%. And basically, that's where institution plays orders. You guys, institutions do not use our brokers. The CFD brokers are designed for retailers. Fast, MetaTrader 5, beautiful, accessible bonuses, all that stuff, leverage, beautiful. But our orders are not being accepted by the huge, market desks. So we are not being seen. We are not being seen by huge institutions. We do not move markets. If you're gonna trade comics, you are moving the market, less or more. You need a teammate. I'm ready to move. Come in. Come into my house. You know about trading even. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there is so a lot of misconception for retailers. They do not understand how the markets work. Guys, who's trading prop firms here? Who's a prop firm trader? Do you love prop firm trading? Raise your hands. Some activity. Again, a new candle open. Okay. We're moving up, guys. We are moving up. So passive walls, I will enter one short, long position at the bounce back. Let me see. On a bounce back, please. On a bounce back. Damn, we're late. Guys, I would jump here. I would jump here with these 143 aggressive buys, but I missed. It is hard. It is hard. I'm first time executing trades on a live stream. It is so frustrating. I trade props, but I'm loving trading my personal account more. Prop firms are marketing money for challenges. Yes, yes. Never did prop firm. Beautiful. Respect, guys. Respect. That's a real community. Guys, prop firms, that's the worst thing can happen. This is not trading. Everyone who's trading on a prop firms, that's not a trader. I do not call them traders. These are gamblers. You cannot trade properly. Guys, you cannot trade with a proper risk management prop firms because you don't know the math, how actually what is behind. People think they have 200K account. They don't. They do not trade 200K. They trade $20,000. But when they put the position size, they calculate it in connection with the 200K. And what does it mean? He risks every time when he puts his money, position, he's risking always 20% of his whole capital because you can lose only 10% on the challenge, and 10% is only $20,000 from 200K. So you cannot trade properly. This is not trading. This is always and always gambling designed to program your mind that you have 200K. This is biggest trap. And those who do not have, the idea how the market works, they think they do everything properly. And the worst thing, when they get these prop firm funded, these how you call it, certificates. These I'm a funded trader. What he's a gambler. That should be written. I'm a gambler. I passed in 1 week a challenge. Most people trade prop firms because they have no capital. If you trade prop firm, you already do not have capital. That's the point. If you trade on a life, at least you have something. But here you just waste your money and gamble because you don't have actually the prop firm itself. It's a demo account, brother. And most of the time you have a challenges to pass.
Sell from me.
Yeah. Target? Area levels? Mums.
Čia esmu 370.
Gaidām $10. Tu jau iedēji? Okay, Derek shared the setup. I didn't warn him. But it's not a main group, it's called. In the main group, I'm still waiting level, guys. I still want to see some bounce back. I would buy. I would buy right now. But now the strong seller came in, that we have some absorption. We have some imbalances on the aggressive side. But look at that, guys. How strong defensive wall is this? It's okay. Let's have a bounce back. Let's have a bounce. I need these. I need these. I need here bounce back. Please, one bounce back. But it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Now look, reaction will happen now, guys. The reaction might happen now. Here's the reaction. Booms. We consume some contracts, aggressive. Not enough aggressive contracts to consume that wall. Defensive wall. Oh. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that, guys. You see? You see? Here's the reaction. Now we bounce back. We consumed. We absorbed. Damn. Okay. $283 contract, guys. This is not a spoofing wall. You see? Here's the confirmation. No spoof. Everything is real. Absorption happens. I mean, now these are being accepted. Aggressive sellers are being accepted. But still, another one wall. Another one wall. Another one wall. You guys, let's focus. Let's watch. Let's watch. Let's just observe this beauty. Still 194 contracts in a passive buy is defending. If this is real, if we're gonna consume, I see aggressive sellers are very aggressive. You see 287 contracts on the aggressive side, 70% absorption, buyers being absorbed, 70%. So aggressive buyers right now are not in control. But passive buyers are still strong. The passive buyers are those who want to save us if we are going too long. Yes, we might go short, of course, but right now I'm just watching the confirmation. If the sellers, aggressive sellers, are going to be absorbed, I'm going long. Right now they are not being absorbed. You see, they are not being absorbed so far. Price is moving down. Reaction. Next reaction. Let's see. Next reaction. Huge reaction. Come on. Not enough. Not enough aggressive sellers. They cannot, consume the wall. They want to consume, but do they have a contract? I don't know. Yep. Look at that. Look at that sell. Look at that sell. Look at that sell, guys. That's why I canceled my contract. I was waiting for confirmation. Confirmation didn't come. Confirmation didn't come. Look at that. How is the setup, Eric? Now let's take a look at the setup. It's been 3 take profits. Probably 4 take profits in the scalp group, guys. Can you give me your? I have a Bullways account. I have a Bullways, right? Guys, I will show you what just happened. We had a scalp group setup. That was a level that we confirmed to short. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I was about to buy on a scalp, but I removed my contract. We have a scalp group setup short. So that's it, guys. They've been accepting all the. Look at that. So buyers are getting trapped. Look at that. These buyers are getting trapped. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my god. Guys, who took the setup from a scalp group? I will show you right now what is happening in my Bullways account. So we are running 3 positions. Wait, but we already closed something, right? Yeah. So today, let's watch the guys. Here it is. So here's what is happening. Look at that. We still have a lot of buying contract, guys. We might come back. We might come back. There is high chance we might come back. I'm catching a bounce back as well on the next account. So guys, here it is. You see, we have 3,000 unrealized. Did you set the limit orders? Come on, you need to close. Guys, it's still, I will give Eric the execution. He must close the orders. Close 2 positions. 2 positions. Close, yeah. Here it is. Beautiful. We keep running 1 position. And 1 position, we're gonna close at 43.33. If you can close, okay? That's my execution. I know the guys, you follow, those who are in the scalp group, you follow scalp group, please. I'm executing my way, as I see right now. 33 right here, you just close the 3rd position. It will reach, it will reach. Beautiful setup, amazing setup. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So I was ready to scalp long. I canceled my setup as I saw there was no acceptance of buys. That's why you never go in front. The scalping is always fast execution when you see fast confirmance. Beautiful. You closed?
Yeah.
That's it. For today, we made $3.5 thousand. We're still moving down, but it's totally fine. No fear of missing out, guys. But didn't you open 3 positions only? We had 4?
4.
But you hit the take profit 1. You probably messed with, okay, so it's totally fine. Eric's messed with the profits, but it's totally okay. We catch this move. Look at that, guys. What a manipulation, right? What a manipulation. So the bounce back happened from the point of control level, guys. And now we are moving back to the VWAP territory. Actually grabbed them. Look, guys, we grabbed some liquidity at the stretched VWAP level 1. That's the best level to buy, and next level to buy is this one. Beautiful. Didn't enter in time. Nothing. Do not have fear of missing out, guys. Please. It's a good day just to learn the market. Watching how they manipulate. You see how much contracts they execute. Guys, you know how much contracts there were coming in? 7,000 contracts just in a few minutes. 7,000 contracts. I will tell you how much is this in terms of value. 7,000 contracts. Let me show you. 7,000 x 4,200, for example. It's $2.9 billion dropped in a shorts. $2.9 million. Look at that. We are still moving down. We are still moving down. Guys, I didn't see the FOMC meeting. What happened? It opened, and what actually happened? They can't watch first meeting. Chairman, oh, come on, come on, come on. I was so busy, I couldn't watch. Let me read the news. What is happening? Look at that crazy drop. Unbelievable. Did you took as well position? All 3? 4? Profits? How much? So, guys, let me show you something. Okay. So, for today, let me show. Okay. With $1,000 account, do you see? She made $200 with this trade. I don't know if you see that. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Maybe you don't see. So now it's the first support line. We're hitting the first support line, guys. Now with that kind of move, I would say, guys, do not enter the markets. Just observe the price, and that's it. Here's the first. You see the first buyer coming in. Yes, FMC came out, but actually, I cannot believe that something happened there. Damn, I have never seen the candle like that. What the hell? It's just unbelievable, guys. It's just unbelievable. Look at that. But guys, you know what? Some people loading up still. Some people are still buying. There is a lot of passive buyers. Look at that. Here's the wall. The first wall, resistance. The first wall, resistance, guys. Let me be quick. I need to switch the different accounts. What is happening? Let's see. Let's see. This is the resistance level right now. This is the resistance level, guys. First support. Sorry, not resistance. Support, guys. A lot of that's yeah. That's yeah. That's yeah. That's yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let me see where we can buy. That's it. That's a confirmation almost. No, but no, we need more aggressive buys, please. More aggressive buys. We need more aggressive buys. We need more aggressive buys. Are you still moving down? I cannot believe that. There should be more. Yes. Aggressive buys. Defense. We are seeing defense, guys. This is now question. How strong are these passive buyers? How strong are they, guys? The big question. Aggressive buys coming in as well. The resistance level, support level is working. You can see. It's there. We are fighting right here. First support level. First. Next one, oh my god, it's $50 below. That's a huge. If we're gonna down, we're gonna break these. Oh my god, we're consuming everyone. We are consuming everyone. TP4, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is shocked, guys. Everyone is shocked. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy, actually. That's crazy. Have never seen something like that. What a manipulation. How many days they loaded, right? Look at look at that. Look at that candle. How many days they were loading up with the contracts, fooling the people just to flush everything down. Unbelievable. So buyers coming in, aggressive buyers coming in here. So that's the first defensive level, which I see a clear defense level. Some icebergs still placing sell limit orders, but this is first defense. Nice. Aggressive come in. Aggressive coming in, they're pushing up. Passive sellers as well, absorbing. Aggressive sellers are not coming in yet. Now the passive sellers are absorbing. And I'm gonna switch the first graph. Let's see that fight. Strong passive walls as well, guys. Strong passive walls. A lot of aggressive buyers coming in, but still they trying their best, but nothing happens. That's a level of defense. Why would you buy against the Fed? What the hell are you talking about? You're buying like a bounce back. You're just a funny, brother. And we're still not buying. We sold. We had a sell setup in the scalp group. You can scalp the move when the acceptance of the buyer is coming in. You just scalp the move up. Let's watch, guys. Let's watch. Here it is. We're still fighting. This level is being defended right here. Here it is. All of this is defense right now. If we're gonna break that defense, that's it. That's a losing position for them. For all these guys who jumped in aggressive buys. What you need to see the confirmation of the buyer acceptance. We don't have a confirmation of buyer acceptance. That's it. So far, it is not doing well for anyone who's buying right now. But this might be manipulation as well. Yeah, we're moving to the 44,255. We might have a huge wake up. We need to have a wake up. Still, level is being defended. We're coming back to the level of these aggressive buyers we accumulated right here. That move is this. What you need the closing gap. Okay. Dominant trend. Never in my life. Algorithm is wrong in Telegram. Now we are having acceptance of buyers. First acceptance. Only first. They don't want to give a room. This is unbelievable. We're going down for the opening gap. Guys, the buyers are getting trapped right now. Still getting trapped. But I cannot believe that all of this won't be absorbed by the buyers right now. It just makes no sense. Just makes no sense. Now we have a crazy divergency. How much of the buyers were absorbed in this candle? Let me see. So basically, yeah, it's 1% in total. So the buyers and aggressive buyers and sellers were equal, but the price moved down only because of the passive sellers are just absorbing all of the buyers. They are both aggressive. Both are equally aggressive, but the passive limit orders, that's it. Here's the first acceptance. Here's the first acceptance. Here it is. We move up. Let's go. Let's go. That's the first. Now we need to consume the passive liquidity. I don't see a huge aggressivity in terms of big trades. I don't see the big trades, but yeah, let's move on. Let's see here. It's actually not a strong wall defensive. It's only 80 contracts, 20 contracts, around 50 contracts in this range. So we defended this level so far. So this is our defense level in a scalp move, short move. The tape is running. Tape is giving aggressivity. You see the tape is running up. Beautiful. Now we need to accept this buyer. This 47 aggressive buy is going to be accepted. That's another one signal. The imbalance is being created here. Yeah. Here's reloading meat. Sellers reloading the meat as well. Now we consumed. Now we accept it again. Beautiful. Here is. We accepted everyone. I hedged position. Look at that. Beautiful. Now iceberg received. Beautiful. Icebergs are being received, guys. Icebergs are being received. 70 contracts on the passive buy side. One more confirmation. We still can go up. But Where's the next selling wall? And how many of the buying contracts we have on aggressive side? We already waste a lot of ammo, 50, 152, 82, 26. We're moving up. Yes, we're moving up. The imbalances are moving up. Okay. I'll show you my position. I hedged 2 positions. I'm gonna close in the profits soon. $600. I have 1 position hedged, $200. I'm gonna close 1 position with a small loss. $100, and another one. Come on. We need more. Give more aggressivity. Okay. Give more. Beautiful. It will eat. Let's consume 21 contracts. Let's consume. Can you consume? Yes, we have a passive walls. We're moving up. Now they remove the selling walls. They remove the walls. $300. I would close at 250, 200. 1 loss. And leave 1 position. Still running. Let's go. Yes. We have passive buyers coming in. Another 1 acceptance. We still can hold. I will close 1 position. Actually, I can close it with the profits. Yes. I want to secure. We need to accept 1 more buyer for the 6. Come on, let's accept him. We still have room. We don't have a huge selling wall. Okay, I will close 1 position. I will close 1 to secure. It's okay. We're still running 1. $700. Maxim is losing the trade. What the hell? Oh my god. What can I tell Maxim? Guys, we closing at $1,000. 0.5 lots. That's a scalp move with a hedge position. First acceptance, 2 acceptance, and below was very strong acceptance. The acceptance was a very high level. Come on, $10,000. We're closing. $1,000. Beautiful. Yes, we accepted another one. We don't have. Now we have a wall. Next wall. Here it is. I'm closing $1,000. Beautiful. That's it. Now I don't wanna waste anymore. There's a lot of ammo wasted. 157, 82, 94, 123. Why should I fucking now risk more? That's already a nice move by me. That's it. Beautiful. We secured right now $800 by hedge position. First acceptance, I was in lost $300, but still another 1 acceptance came in. I hedged position up, beautifully saved the scalp move, closed 1 with just securing, reducing risks, and holding 1 position till this wall. That's it. Here's the resistance back. That's it. We took profits. That's the order flow, guys. That's how you see the execution of the order flow in a real example. If it would be even better if I wouldn't be distracted by chat, because order flow requires a lot of focus and fast execution. Okay, Maxim lost $2,000. Максим, ну что я могу сказать? Что я могу сказать? Maxim lost $2,000. And guys, look at that. You see, here we do not accept this 46 contracts. No acceptance. That's it. We can consume these. I think we can consume, yes. But now I already was in profit $1,000. I secured it, 0.5 lot. It was for me very small risk. On $500,000 account, guys, it's a $500,000 account, 0.5 loss, 2 positions, 1. First confirmation came here, guys. Here. No, it wasn't here. Somewhere here was. First confirmation was here. We started to accept. We started to absorb these sellers. I opened 1 position. Then we went down. I was in minus $350. But here's the strongest confirmation with the icebergs as well. Look at these iceberg guys. First time, and look at that passive wall. We again placed that passive wall. We defended this level, which I was mentioning. Here is the most aggressive spot, guys. This is the most aggressive spot that we saw on a heat map, and that was a defensive support level. There, no fair value gaps, no bullshit. This is defense and bounce back. That's how you can catch by watching heat map, order flow, and big trades. And here still, you see, now we closed position at the right moment in terms of scalp move. If we trade on a 15-minute time frame, that's it. Next candle is coming in 8 minutes. We secured positions. Now let's see the acceptance of the sellers or buys again. Someone please humble Maxim. I feel sad for Maxim. I feel sad for Maxim. I was telling him today, do not trade his own trade. Please do not take positions. I was telling that guy, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy, very good guy. But guys, let's talk about the real thing, not about the Fed meeting. If you cannot execute properly trades, you don't care about the Kevin Walsh. You don't need to watch any fundamentals. It won't help you. If you cannot, like, hold strong and use small position size, like I did, 0.5 lots, you are not going to survive in trading. You're not going to survive in trading if you're going to over risk, if you're going to trade blindly without using proper tools and executions. Maxim, be brave. Great things take time. You know what? Zunier, he lost around $30,000 already. Already $30,000. And no matter how many times I'm telling him, he's not listening. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. Yes, respect for Maxim. He lost a lot of money. Not today, only $2,000, but before that, more than $30,000. I took a scalp trade, but moved stop loss to the break even, and it closed before move. So why did you do that? Максим, зачем ты это делал? Я же тебе говорил, открой 0,02 и спокойно забрал бы сейчас своих $600. Был бы довольный и все. Да вон Максим в чате сидит. Maxim Тихомиров. He's in the chat, guys. The Maxim is in chat. Unfortunately, he lost today. And look, guys, no acceptance. Look where we stopped. Exactly where I predicted, guys. This is the order flow execution. Now tell me, let's switch to the CFD price. Tell me, how do you use the ICT strategy to catch this bounce back where I closed my position? Wow, explain me in the chat, please, how you catch the proper execution in closing your position at that moment right here. I just want to listen to the people who are using the candlesticks. When I trade order flow, it's so hard to accept people trading candlesticks. It's so hard. Yes, ICT is useless at this move, but the order flow is the only tool. Fibonacci, come on, please. Please. Ugh. No hate, brother. No hate, brother. Fibonacci tools, come on. You can't. Simple. Of course. I love you, brother. Thank you guys for coming into the stream. We already catch 2 moves, 1 scalp trade, which was executed by Eric because I gave him the levels today to create the setup because I cannot manage all the groups, guys, just and answer questions and everything. And Eric is always props to Eric. He gave this setup. We today calculated that move from that position and 4 take profits reached. An anchored volume profile? What do you mean? You want to understand how to use anchored volume profile or what? What is your question, brother? What is happening? Let's see. No, you see, no aggressivity. Now, that's a consolidation phase. Now, from these positions, we're looking for a next confirmation. Who is going to be now aggressive or passive strong? And then we decide the move next. Not driving right now some kind of boxes on the CFD price. Which indicator you are using for order flow? I mean, can you point what kind of indicator you mean? Just point what exactly you want to see on the charts. Where do you see indicators? I use MBO data. I wouldn't call everything what you see here. There's only one indicator, and that's VWAP. Everything what you see is a mechanical tool, how price is being built. This is not indicator, actually. Yeah, the big trades is indicator using real data. And the big trade is not some kind of a theoretical indication. The big trade is real execution on the market order. Real execution. This is not RSI or MACD and all that stuff, which makes no sense. But these bubbles, they make sense. You can see how many imbalances were created, right? You see who was stronger on imbalances. You will see who was stronger on the passive side. Here are these walls. That's where I stopped my position and closed in profits. $800. Надо на всю котлету заходить. Это сложно объяснить. Это сложно объяснить. Does anchored volume profile good or not? Anchored profile is the same volume profile, same as a fixed one. It's just like, is anchored to the right side, and it shows you more. For example, weekly, I don't know, from the session, you market it, that's it. You can just see that. Okay, let me show you. What do you mean? Here's the anchor. Let's see. Here is the, for example, from this session, that's the volume from that point. But we have a fixed range, for example. We want to see that range, and that's it. You just see what is happening from this session and what is happening in total. That's the difference. Those are just the same profiles. People think these are different tools. No, they are not. They just have a different, executions, and that's it. I would love to watch the Fed meeting, actually, guys. Let's see what is happening there. Right now is the press conference, actually. Okay, Kevin Walsh is coming to speak. That's what I'm interested in. That's what I'm interested in, actually. Now we might come back and pump. that would be not a surprise for me. Where is the live of Kevin Walsh?
Good day.
Here it is.
It's an honor, a true honor to be back at the Federal Reserve and to take up this duty at a time of such consequence. I've been especially heartened by the warm welcome of old friends and new colleagues both. And I've listened closely to my fellow FOMC members, heard a lot of new ideas, new thinking, and genuine interest in moving the Fed forward. This week's FOMC meeting exemplified the very best of the Fed's traditions. Rigorous debate.
I'm listening to Kevin Walsh, brother.
Commitment to mission, responsibility, and accountability for performance.
Here it is. Look at that.
In this business,
some few words can move the markets. Few words can move the market.
Right.
Again, we created some imbalances in the buy.
To it as we can do. That is
Look how every word can move the market.
And I are here to serve our legislature.
Guys, everyone is waiting for a rate hike.
Say 4. price stability.
You will see someone will ask the question about the rate hikes and the market is going to move
Guide
like
our
crazy.
business in the meeting just concluded. As you saw a few moments ago, the committee decided to maintain the target range for the Fed funds rate at 3.5 to 3.75% in support of the Fed's dual mandate. The committee also reaffirmed its policy of maintaining ample reserves in the banking system.
Here is some acceptance again,
Economic activity
guys.
is expanding
Institutional acceptance coming in
despite elevated
on a buy level.
in part
They're trying to push up.
conflict in the Middle East. Productivity growth.
Now another, here is, guys, look at that. This is the sell iceberg and this is the buy iceberg. Is this a hedge position or not? I don't know, but still I see a huge acceptance.
That inflation.
A lot of green aggressivity coming in, the green, 255 contracts on a long,
That's been going on.
300 contracts, 10% of the candle is accepting
High
move up
prices,
so far.
burden for the American people. But the recent past need not be prologue. I am pleased to report that members of the FOMC are unambiguous and unanimous. This committee will deliver.
Oh no, the huge bubbles will appear. No, that was a spoofing actually, probably.
At any institution,
That
a
was-
change in leadership is a natural and timely opportunity to reaffirm its mission, to review current practices, and to consider whether those practices best meet our objectives. My Fed colleagues and I will be working in close collaboration to ask what changes might improve the conduct of monetary policy. On that score, you might have already noticed something, a difference in today's policy statement. It's a bit shorter, a bit simpler, and it dispenses with some older language. That statement just gives you the facts as best we can judge it. Absent also is so-called forward guidance, which we agreed was not well suited to the current policy conjuncture. This afternoon, you also received the usual summary of economic projections. It's been the practice of this committee for participants to submit these projections, and I have encouraged my colleagues to continue to do so. I, however, have refrained from offering any projections of my own, consistent with my long-held views on the SEP, at least as currently structured. In the median projections, real GDP rises at 2.2% this year, 2.3% next year, and total PC inflation runs at 3.6% this year, 2.3% next year. The unemployment rate stands at about 4.3%. The median participant judges that the appropriate federal funds rate to be at 3.8% at the end of this year and 3.6% at the end of next. Let me turn now to a few words on a key initiative that we're announcing today. I'm appointing a task force in each of 5 areas that are central to the broad conduct of monetary policy. First, Fed communications. Second, the Fed's balance sheet. Third, our use and reliance on existing data sources. Fourth, productivity and jobs in an era of transformation. And last, the Fed's inflation frame.
The gap. Everyone wants to see the gap, right? We'll feel that.
Consequential, and in my view, worthy of a fresh look. My colleagues and I discussed them with energy and purpose over the last couple of days. For each of these independent task forces, I'm enlisting some of the very best minds, both inside and outside the economics profession. They will be supported by subject matter specialists from our superb Fed staff. And they'll have a straightforward charge. Start with first principles. Ask hard questions. Examine current practice. Consider alternatives. And ultimately propose next steps for policymaker consideration. Since last summer, my colleagues discussed possible improvements in the form and function of Fed communications.
Oh my God, look at that. How they fight, actually.
We'll build on that effort. And I
They
expect
defend levels.
some well-considered changes, including to the SEP I mentioned.
151 contracts.
The second task force, the one on balance sheet policy, will review the benefits and risks of the current ample reserves regime and the composition of the Fed's balance sheet. They will assess alternative frameworks for the conduct and operation of monetary policy. The third task force, the one on data, will evaluate new information sources and consider methodological changes to improve data gathering, with the aim of giving policymakers more accurate, relevant, contemporaneous, and perhaps most important, actionable information on the state of our economy. Fourth, task force on productivity and
That's the level of what I want to see.
it'll survey
What is going to happen at this level?
the reach
If we're going to reach that level,
of new general purpose
that's
technology,
actually somewhere here.
including AI,
Yes,
and explore the implications for the
we might have liquidity here.
in pursuit of our employment and inflation mandates. The last task force, the one on inflation frameworks, that'll examine the drivers of inflation, first principles, and weigh the full range of ideas for delivering price stability in a changing economy. You'll hear quite a bit more about these task forces.
We might have another one. Scott,
in
move.
the coming weeks.
Let's see.
Enough for now to make a simple statement. Each task force will serve an objective shared by everyone in the system, shared by everyone around that table that I sat with over the last couple of days. A Federal Reserve that is clear-eyed about its mission, fit for purpose, and focused on the future. And with that, I appreciate your attention.
There was no sell limit. It was like shared instantly. You shared instantly, right? On limit order? You placed limit order? Okay.
With Rotors,
So
good
what-
to see you again, and welcome back.
So stop.
This is a lot to be putting in motion so fast. What is the timeline you have in mind for each of these?
So I think it'll depend on the task force. It also depends.
Brother,
on the
where to
options
watch
to
this
which we
news?
need to
Watch the
clear
channel. I will give you guys. If you want to watch the Cannon Voice,
expectation
I will share you right now the
and finalizing.
official page
My
without
expectation
delay.
is the task forces will begin work in the next couple of weeks. And we'll start to get some more information from them, some more framing of how they see
Eric,
things.
еще раз
Starting
следуешь,
in the
когда
fall end, hopefully most, if not all of them, concluding by year end.
And just specifically on the inflation.
Inflation,
You
let's
talked
go.
about first principles. Does this include a review of the 2% target itself? You've mentioned that things to the right of the decimal.
The main
point
question.
Don't matter. Should this be starting from a premise that 2% as a point estimate is too strict?
Let me break that into two pieces. First, on the inflation framework review, their remit is
Guys, 122 selling contracts.
responsibility for it.
They loading sell.
We measure inflation, but that'll overlap with my data group. On the 2% inflation objective, that is the Federal Reserve's long-held objective of 2%. You've heard me say before, I tend to focus on the left of the decimal point. Well, the 2 is the left of the decimal point. For now, 0 is to the right.
Yeah, we are loading cells right now.
Until we have
Loading more and more cells. Someone is loading cells.
ability to deliver on the 2% inflation objective to revisit that.
6%
Outside the
aggressivity
scope of what we're
from the
taking.
buy side. And tape
Thank you so much.
has an interest of the sellers most of the time.
Inflation is a choice, and in the policy statement, it includes this pledge to deliver price stability, as you've reiterated today. But looking at the SEP, the bulk of your colleagues expect core PCE to run around 3.3% by year end, and for the 2% inflation target not to be reached until 2028. So I'm curious how patient you think the Fed can afford to be at this juncture in terms of waiting for one-time inflation
You guys, look at
to
that.
push through,
That's where we.
underlying inflation to step down after so many years of inflation running above.
Did you share the link?
And under what circumstances you would support the Fed taking some action? And
Yes, that's a deep chart, King Egg. King
Quite a bit there.
Eagle.
Let me try to break
You
that.
probably just tuned in on stream, so yeah.
We have
A
the
lot of things already been discussed, sorry.
deliver.
It's just so hard to repeat myself about like a parrot.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
Yes, that's a deep chart. That's on a heat map and order flow. We just had some setups during the stream.
January.
You can rewatch and see all the information.
Strategy that we're still bound by. The Fed statement says that inflation is primarily determined by monetary policy.
Oh my God, we consumed. We consumed. Now moving up. Now this is the next
Bet it is.
zone. This is the value area low.
ambiguously.
We're coming back to the value area low,
We are going to deliver on that.
and then again to the VWAP.
Sounded like a
Man, I don't know. Let's see, we're gonna reach the VWAP zone.
We've dropped forward guidance. Some along the committee, I think, dropped it. I suspect from our discussion the last couple of days, because they said at this moment in time, it doesn't.
Thanks. Is it worth it?
Providing forward guidance is right.
King Ito, what kind of strategy are you using, first of all? Tell me.
Proposition, forward guidance.
And what do you want to use on the deep charts? Explain me.
Taken up by the task force on communications and my policymaker colleagues. We're going to listen hard to what the experts say and make our own decision. But I can't give any forward guidance about what.
All this is a bullshit, it's scripted and already planned manipulation. You mean the Fed meeting?
Then I am curious how restrictive you think things are at the current.
Guys, a lot of selling contracts being loading, you see, and again, a lot of selling contracts coming in. And at some point,
Characterizations.
I don't know.
Bad about that. I'll give you my own.
This doesn't look good, actually, for the buyers,
Market,
at least for now.
example, Fed policy isn't the single determinant of the state of the housing market, but broadly, I would say there, Fed policy appears to be somewhat restrictive.
Smart money concepts mostly. So you need to learn the order flow. There is no reason to buy deep charts if you use the smart money concept.
So I'd say it's
If you use smart money concept, you can just point fingers on your candles and that's it.
policy, whether monetary policy is coming from.
But you can add on top of that order flow. Yes, of course. The heat map order flow with your smart money concept. Beautiful. You can do that. Definitely.
You said you don't like forward guidance. You dropped it from the statement this time, but with the dot plot, 9 members suggested that they want a rate increase by the end of the year. And the markets have taken that as forward guidance. So what does this mean in terms of how you guide the markets and
Okay, we are moving value area low. Here it is. The reaction is happening here.
Is.
Let's see. Here's the liquidity providers.
Answer I gave to.
Green bubbles. We will see some great, yes, imbalances being created,
I'll give you a little.
but no big trades so far.
Uh,
The green bubble, if we will see 50 contracts, that's a huge
they
actually.
noted.
But we already created imbalances, guys, on a buy side, on an aggressive buyer side. Okay, we're moving up. Point of control,
I think my colleague
crazy.
around
We're just
the
smashing.
table-
Look at that. We are moving back to the VWAP
The world is changing.
accumulation zone. That's here. It is confirmation. Another one confirmation, guys.
Weeks from now,
Iceberg plates 50 contracts.
in the event that-
Again, institution loading up.
I'll note
That's a
the-
short squeeze, guys. That's a real short squeeze.
As
The
a
huge short squeeze. Look at that. 102 contracts.
has to be
They tried to short squeeze 102 contracts.
likely than not.
Holy snap.
More likely.
That's a huge buying back from institutions.
So I didn't hear tons of conviction. What I heard was the kind of humility that I think we should have. I did not submit a dot. For me, it's not helpful in the conduct of policy. I suspect by year end, as I mentioned in my opening statements,
I'm only trading 1 day and 4 hours and 1 hour. Would you recommend to use heat map and deep charts? Yes, I would recommend, but before you execute, you learn, please. Watch. Do not come and trade your money instantly.
outcomes there.
You need a lot of
Open-minded.
You need a lot of knowledge and experience to use it properly for confirmation. You need to see fast what is happening. Where's the passive buyers, aggressive sellers? Where's the confirmation? Where's the VWAP? Where's the zone? Where is the meat wall reloaded? All the icebergs. If there was spoofing or not, you need to be fast. Actually,
Monetary policy right. Way to get monetary policy right is to deliver.
Сейчас развернут.
Gave us
Посмотрим.
deliver on price stability, and there was no disagreement on any of those points.
at the risk of possibly getting the same answer about task forces, communications, what is your feeling about these news conferences? Are you going to continue one after every meeting?
Okay.
Do you think find them?
Absorption. We're
what's
still
the
absorbing sellers, guys.
way Kevin-
We're still absorbing sellers.
Well, this one's probably got
Oh my God.
20 minutes in it, so I don't want to prejudge the outcome. Press conferences can be a very useful. way of
Spoofing.
communicating.
That's institutional manipulation. When they place these walls on a passive sell, for example,
A great old mentor.
and they eventually, for example, you see, I see there is a defense wall. I'm trying to sell my position. Okay, I don't want to face these guys. They're too strong, for example. I'm closing my position and going short. But then eventually they remove that wall, and aggressive buyers are just moving without any obstacles and moving my position in loss. That's been called the spoofing manipulation by institutions. That's what usually a lot of, very often happens every day behind OTC trading desks. It happens every day.
To share their views. That's what we're going to be doing here, the pursuit of truth. I think we're going to come up with some new and interesting things.
So guys, the main question about rate hikes. If the rate hikes are going to be on a table, we're gonna move and probably fill that gap completely. This gap is going to be filled completely. Now look at 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. Let me show you.
See inflation more in the long term. I know you may not.
Let's see how many.
But is this
So we have still more aggressive buying contracts,
point, or do you
4%,
underlying?
but sellers absorbed everyone. Sellers absorbed everyone.
So I can't do much better.
There is still a lot of sellers, guys,
So let me
in
restate.
the market.
Inflation remains elevated relative to the committee's 2% goal, in part reflecting supply shocks that have driven price increases in certain sectors, including energy. That's paragraph goes on. to
Control,
say,
fair
To
value.
be clear, the Fed will deliver price stability. My own judgment is the committee spent quite a bit of time, not just in 2 days, but over iterations of a couple of weeks. That's what we're prepared to say about inflation.
No problem.
but
You can always come in and ask any questions about the related order flow and trading, guys.
ambiguous.
Is iceberg like a hidden liquidity that can be seen on a heat map or regular chart?
Well, great. And then just
Chart? No, you cannot see icebergs by the level 2 data, level 1 data. Guys, let me explain the level data. So you need to understand
everything already. So
there is levels of data providers. And
is there data that you feel is not given enough weight?
There is level.
You mentioned the trend to mean in the past, but again, that's well known to certainly most Fed members. So what is that task force looking at, and what might be the? I mean, I know you don't want to prejudge the outcome, but are there examples of data that you expect might be given more weight? Thank you.
So you're answering my question. So let me say, I don't want to prejudge the outcome. I also
So
don't
here it is,
know
guys.
too much about what they're going to do because I still have a phone.
There is market by order.
Nail down the people that are doing that. I'm interested in what the outside experts' view is on the subject.
Market by order
Um,
and market by price.
data.
Market by order,
Central bankers.
that's a level 3 data.
In the United States.
Market by price, that's a level 2 data. You won't see any icebergs like that. So you need MBO data.
Like
What MBO data provides for you?
economy and.
So MBO data right here, I will switch and show you the source of settings. We use MBO data. DXFeed provides MBO data.
Applicable now.
And that's what you actually don't have on a TradingView. TradingView charts, MetaTrader, they don't use MBO data. They are not wasting a lot of money using MBO connection with DXFeed or Rhythmic providers.
Standard of
Yeah,
our time using new analytic methods.
that's the point. So you need MBO data to see segregated data
Private
for the
companies-
participants. So the icebergs can be detected only by MBO, not by MBP.
That isn't subject
Because you need segregated. You need to understand who is that guy. Is that one institution or just small different noise from different participants, smaller participants? By MBO data, we see a real data. That's when we confirm the iceberg is a real guy. Here, accumulated 50 orders, but before that, he placed only 1 order. As you see, we saw only visible 1 order. That guy reduced the exposure on the market. He didn't want to show his orders publicly, and he executed them invisibly. When the price moved down to these levels right here, he executed fast, and that's it. He executed on buy orders, passive buy orders, 50 orders. And that's manipulation as well from institutions, but the manipulation by icebergs is legal manipulation, but spoofing is illegal. If you can prove that spoofing were created by JP Morgan, Barclays banks, Goldman Sachs, no matter what, if you can prove that, they will pay a huge fine. That's it.
Thanks. Welcome, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence with Fox Business. So if you don't give
a lot of ongoing forward guidance? Will the markets have more volatility, and should Americans have more access to what you're thinking going forward? So I think financial markets perform best when they react to incoming data. I think the financial markets work less efficiently.
Paso South came in, guys.
How will the Federal Reserve
The fight is kind of equal almost, but the buyers were absorbed, guys. If you would know how many buyers lost money.
deciding what's good data and what's less good data? The more financial
Around 1,000 contracts were trapped.
is the most
Of course, some of them already probably executed trades in loss,
prices
but 1,000 contracts are trapped.
information to guide central bankers. But when all the financial markets are doing is
Why
reflect
is spoofing illegal? Because you cannot do that. That's against the market rules. That's how CFTC Commission decided. CFTC Commission is regulating the markets. There's a lot of rules, guys, that banks cannot do. I will tell you why spoofing is illegal. Imagine, it's same like in politics. If someone has too much power to influence
at the outside.
the whole country, he's being called dictator, right? Because too much power, it means guys getting addicted to the, like, you know, manipulating the crowd and dictate what to do. So when you use spoofing on the markets by institutions, you are basically dictating what should happen on the markets. So you cannot do that, unfortunately.
There was no discussion of any other proposals. The discussion on that proposal, I would say, was quite limited. The group was unanimous and unambiguous on
what book you read or video you watch to get all this knowledge? You practice, brother. You just get the order flow, watch the markets every day, and instead of playing, you know, I don't know, League of Legends, Dota, I don't know what you play. Just go and watch the chart all day long and learn and read and understand how the mechanics works. For an average retailer, it's not easy because they used to see TGR streams and imbalances, fair value gaps, which is really easier to understand. When they come and they see all these numbers, they think it's very complicated. It is at some point, but if he is going to switch and devote time, he's gonna learn. It's same like playing any video game.
Didn't raise
Deep chart bundle price is now 1,247 USD. What discount X9 members might receive? I don't know, maybe $800. But X9 community members will receive deep charts for free 3 months completely. If you join our community, guys, if you join community of X9, we trade completely for free with our community. You can join, learn, take our setups, scalp trades, intraday setups, explanations, education, everything completely for free.
And to the point of the question I got before, market reactions to what we say unfiltered, I think is more helpful than
okay, big thanks. Okay, bro.
best
I
practice.
need to think fast.
This is a subject I've thought some about. I've been on a task force or two in my life.
Bro, you sound like you are from the mountains in the Dagestan. Yeah, 2-3 years sent him to Dagestan, and you're gonna be a professional order flow trader.
Dispositions, so they too can have a bit of a family fight. Make sure when you establish a task force that the group that's going to be the recipient of the information.
Guys, now it's very, very
That's why we're looking for
dangerous to enter setups.
some of the most significant talent we have in the building.
Too much
Reserve banks on each of these.
liquidity.
Seconding them to this group for a period.
Again, sellers coming back. Guys, look at that. We're gonna approach level 155. Guys, 155. That's where we were calling maybe these guys are spoofers or not. Now you will see if these 155 contracts are spoofers or not. The thing is, at this level right here, we're gonna see, it's probably even long, let me see. We're gonna see a huge red aggressive bubbles. If there will be enough of aggressive participants on the market order, they're gonna execute and the big trade is gonna appear right here. That's what we are waiting right now. Look at that. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Someone plays a huge buying wall. Here it is. The first bubble appeared here. Someone plays the contracts here.
Look at 2 years.
Passive buying contracts executed with aggressive sellers. We need lower. Let's see lower, brother.
Would that be your read on what?
Where is that selling? Probably
Such a good place. This is why we don't do third questions, I presume.
It's
I'm not going to offer
300.
commentary on
300. Okay, let's squeeze it.
60 minutes.
And we'll squeeze it more.
We've given markets is a new chapter for the central bank. Some fresh thinking. What we've
So
given
it's right here, guys.
households and
The yellow
businesses,
line.
I think is
That's where we see what is going to happen there.
ask ourselves hard
So no one dictates the market but governments.
promises that we
Yeah, kind of partially. You see the government, for example, Trump want to dictate the monetary policy, but he can't. Jerome Powell was like against his ideas, right? That's why there is different levels of bureaucracy. It's how the policy is designed, economics, and I think U.S. economy in this term is very good example how to split the levels of the
Brian Chung with NBC.
how to say influence.
So when you say that we've
Not one participant cannot dictate everything.
say less or offer less insight into where their borrowing costs might go. So for the person that maybe you might run into,
It seems like the order of guys. Let's see. Let's take a look at that. We need to see. I will answer the question later. Let's see what's going to happen. First iceberg.
there, but
Institution came in, absorbed huge buyer, 35 contracts. Absorption came in. So the first absorption
task force for that.
and first iceberg, two confirmation for short, and now here's the next confirmation here.
In the grocery store, what I would say to them is that we cannot have a
Look at that. We are approaching that level, guys.
on particular prices. The price of oil.
We are approaching that level. And if we gotta consume them, here it is. Here it is, guys. I'm going one short move, but very short.
Job then
Very short.
is to make sure
But only on the bounce back. I still don't know how strong these buyers are.
don't broaden the economy.
Guys, I didn't enter the move yet. You see, here it is.
Their job,
Again, absorption.
capability, we're going to deliver on.
Boom.
and then is the Fed's
Red
relationship
aggressive
the
big trades. Red aggressive big trades.
review, there was
Come
the
on. Come on. Big bubbles. We need to see. How big are they?
military
I don't see how big is it. 154. That's a huge.
president.
Still acceptance.
So,
Still acceptance.
and I don't have anything for you.
Still acceptance. Let's see. No strong imbalances on buy. Again, aggressivity coming in.
The long tradition at the center.
No. There is a huge confluence. Yes, the huge confirmation. Aggressive again.
Three of those so
Absorbed. They absorb them.
this week's
Passive buyers are strong, guys. Passive buyers are strong. You see no aggressivity from a buy side, but passive, they just reloading the contracts very fast.
objectives and our roles and responsibilities.
That's the first bounce back where I could short, but the absorption is too strong, guys.
Be as independent.
The confirmation came here. I could make already some money, but now it's a huge absorption. I'm afraid of
Think
that.
about it is this central bank needs to
There is very strong buyers absorbing this level.
narrow
We're not like, risking right now. I was about to short, but not now.
I won't.
Let's see what's going to happen. Will they reload the contracts on the icebergs? If the icebergs will appear again,
It does
I
have
might
some effect.
reconsider the entrance for a short position.
Responsibility, but I think we're going to keep a wide lens and my meetings with Secretary Bessent to this point.
Short for sell or buy, guys? You're asking, chat?
Things that could affect our day job, even if it
So if the price is reaching 4,300, if it's not spoofed, it will give out a big buy contracts, not a big sell contract. Big buy is a passive contracts, guys. We saw
Lower interest rates.
again. Now that's enough. Look at that. Look at that.
discussion of
That's why we didn't short, because these guys are absorbed, guys. This is our confirmance. Here we could be going long, but as I was concentrated on the shorts. That's why I just canceled my contract. But if you would concentrate on longs, this is very strong, and this one as well. This level is very strong. Absorption. Now these guys are being absorbed. They are being trapped by the buyers. Buyers are still much stronger. In 1 hour candle, it's still. Yes, we're still more on the buy side. Still more on the buy side and aggressive side, but not passive. Passively, the sellers are still strong. Okay, aggressive buyers coming in again, pushing up.
it's not going to be disruptive.
That's crazy. You see how big we absorb? That's a huge absorption there.
Quite a bit of support for this on the committee today. State is a winner as we go down this. The United States is ultimately going to be better off in that. Now, to bring that back to the conduct of policy, timing, scale, speed, implications for output and employment.
If you don't mind, a follow-up from the other side.
Yes. You mean if your rolling profile, that's a delta.
Job growth that's out there, the elevated.
Buy and sell delta.
To be going pretty good, and the stock market seems to be soaring. You look around this economy and see the funds rate being restrictive.
Here's the next level. Here was the big buy,
I'm gonna give the same answer.
the last big buy.
And say, as I think about the conduct of policy, what matters is what's the effect of policy.
Crazy. How many of these we absorbed actually?
The best way I can describe is it's uneven. I do see some restrictiveness in things like housing.
That's a strong level, guys. That's actually, you know what? That's the level of this gap. We almost touched this gap. Actually, we did. If we would like consider like that, we almost
I
did.
don't believe that we have a cruel choice.
Here it is.
Share the view that was
That's a gap from the Monday.
that Federal Reserve chairmen show up at a podium like this.
Monday, June 15th.
And you're gonna have to decide whether you're willing to tolerate higher inflation to put more people at work. I don't believe in that. But
How much win rate that strategy have? For example, in X-Men community, we had 100% win rate. I'm not lying. I know people wouldn't believe. We had 30 days, almost 25 days in a row.
We've got some work to do on
Win rate 100%. Now it's 76, 77% so far, using order flow only mostly, and levels. Of course, I use auction market theory and only some aspects of smart money concept, but no ICT, no fair value gaps, only fair value gaps that have been caused by fundamental drivers.
That judgment you expressed was not expressed by any of the 19 people around the table. We'll be meeting in 6 weeks. We'll take up the issue again.
And if I could ask about AI, the build out is generating.
Everyone is asking about AI. Kevin Walsh is talking about AI. Everyone wants to hear about rate hikes. That's it. That's the end of this speech. We need just a rate hikes. What is going to happen with rate hikes?
At the central bank in an economics profession, what we spend most of our time doing is counting demand. It's easier. We can
It's not a retail trend. It's how the market moves. Exactly. As
you know, as we
that's prey. Exactly. That's a mechanic of the market. Actually, I can't say there is such a thing as a trend in practice. Market is just seeking, just traveling from imbalances to next imbalance, and then consolidation again imbalance. That's it.
With respect to AI and the growth of data centers.
Guys, again, we're moving down. Look at that.
Side,
Now these sellers are being accepted.
GDP
They've been accepted.
we can be less certain when we infer the time.
This level, you see, which was marked, where was the biggest buying
it will be an
order in the previous delta. A lot of buying were spike, a huge spike.
Supply and demand. Milton Friedman says that the only thing
We
know
bounced back from this
is
territory.
the supply line and demand line ultimately cross. When they cross, and what are the implications for policy? The good news for you is we have a task force for that.
Okay, new lows. Let's see.
Mr. Chairman,
New liquidity below.
on the tax.
Can these guys who were defending 150, you see? Here's this guy, 154 contract that plays that wall, which wasn't spoof, right? We confirmed that wasn't spoofing.
In a word,
Now that guy moved probably again, market down.
much of this data.
Look at that, aggressive sell.
from other government
Again.
agencies to which we owe a tremendous amount of respect, tremendous amount of deference.
Now we see the passive buyers are going to defend the level.
Recommendation,
Can they defend?
which Fed staff have.
Absorption came in. First absorption, 37 contracts.
They could be doing.
Yes, they are absorbing. So far, they are absorbing.
We're not going to hesitate. Again, I don't want to try to delineate the four corners of the research of the task force on data, but I do think there will be a review of official statistics.
Like if CFDS managed to pull trades on high.
Practices from the private sector and new analytical tools made possible.
Coming back to retest again, passive liquidity on the buy side.
Gives us better real-time information.
Are we coming back?
I mentioned before, when we're making decisions that we'd say are real contemporaneous data, not data that we call contemporaneous. It's really an echo of history.
Okay, thanks. The other question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, Robert.
Related to
Well
the-
said, well said. Okay, we consumed. We consumed.
The projects, just
If we're gonna accept these 37 contracts, we added more contracts on sell again.
Nothing about that.
Oh my god, look at that. That's it. That's it. We are probably trying to fill the gap, but still not confirmed yet.
Inspector General, just as a matter of.
Let's go. Let's go. Look at these contracts, guys.
To continue.
Look at them. 180 against 120.
And he told me what I.
Sellers are just too strong, guys.
He'll be coming out with a report
Sellers are too strong.
on the building and the building projects some point later this summer.
Such a huge acceptance. We consumed everything.
I'll be interested.
We consume everything.
From my
Still a lot of 60, 70 contracts here. And this price range.
we can be doing or
In $4 move, like
moment until the
$10 move, there's a lot of almost
be good
55 contracts to consume.
make sure that the we're doing
Crazy guys. We can. That's a huge sell.
you might not be surprised in the first few weeks. I've been somewhat preoccupied on other matters.
Guys, candle just opened. 1 hour candle opened 7 minutes ago, and we have already 4,000 contracts. X 400, 300,000. So $1.7 billion just were moved down with the selling pressure in one candle, 15 minutes.
Let's see. So I'm wondering if you could tell us in the SEP.
So sellers are shown on left, buyers on right, and delta in middle. No, it's not like that, brother.
Right. What was the display?
Actually, I was telling this in the previous stream. People think there are only 2 participants, sellers and buyers. No, there are 4 participants. Aggressive sellers and buyers, and passive aggressive
What I
and passive buyers and sellers. 4 participants, guys. What you see on the order flow, only aggressivity and absorptions. Here you can see the whole picture, how the aggressive participants interact with the passive participants. 4 sides, guys, 4 force movement. So 4 sides that can move market. But market is moving only by market orders. Passive liquidity is only holding levels. It provides liquidity and hold the level, right? It doesn't move the market. The market is being moved by the big trades, which you see. Here are these guys who want to move the market, and here are these guys who want to stop moving
My
market.
colleagues are very attentive to incoming developments between now and then.
And can I just a quick follow up on the SEP? You
In
said
general, CFDs can move. Yes, of course. The CFD price is not moving anything, guys. what do you mean? CFD is just like
doing it.
a simple broker price
It's the commitment
that is not being accepted by institutions.
and it's a commitment that I hope we live up to. Commitment we made was to deliver price stability. I expect us to live up to it. By the time we get to the end of this year, as I mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a new communications framework. There were some changes, the SEP. That's a committee discussion, a robust discussion. I think we'll have it. I believe we're going to come to a better mix of communications to deliver on what we promised, but I won't want to prejudge what those are. But between now and then, I would.
Okay, guys, what actually happened? We made so far $1,800 on scalp move, 1 scalp move.
The practice is currently.
No over risk, 0.5 lots on my account size.
Generally about all.
That is $500,000.
Give,
As you see, that's Vantage Market.
pretty gracious couple of days, and it's
And as well, we made some money on a bullways as
a
well.
few weeks.
And on a bullways today, we made $3,500. That's a bullways account. So just showing you
That
my today's all trades.
respect to the SEP.
Hmm.
That
So in total, it's almost 4,000. Yeah, it's $4,000 in
at
profits.
the end of the year, I hope we can.
We had some losing trades as well, but in general, by proper execution, we're still in profit.
Bloomberg News. Could you guide us through, please, some of the principles that guide your own reaction function and tell us a little bit about the kind of conditions that you think when the Fed should respond?
It's going to be a very unsatisfactory answer to the final question. The Federal Reserve has a lot of responsibilities, not just in monetary policy, but supervision.
Look at that, selling iceberg, guys. Oh my God, we're gonna fill the gap. That's it.
Our credibility.
We're just loading too many contracts to fill the gap, and that's true. Yes, the gap is probably, we already entered the zone of the gap.
Policy, though,
Here it is.
things. But the more we deliver on our promises as good supervisors and good regulators, the more benefit we get, the more credibility enhancement we have in monetary policy. When we deliver on our price stability objectives, which we will, the American people will.
Yeah, passive sellers as well, aggressive sellers. Not only passive, look at that. These are not passives, these are aggressivity. You see, we don't see any aggressive buying big trades, not at all. The balance is right here on the top, only on the buy 13. So we have more of, let's squeeze it up like that.
Put some points on the board.
So yeah, we have in total in 15 minutes absorption of the buyers, aggressive buyers. Passive sellers are strong, and as well aggressive sellers are strong.
So the committee
There's not enough force to hold all these
thought about it.
sellers from aggressive and passive side. There's no force at all.
People around the committee who thought that it was trending better than that.
Here's the first imbalance.
Data
300%.
happening over
300% imbalance
data
on a buying side.
data release. I'd say the jobs data is.
And it's been marked right here.
If I heard one other thing around that subject over the course of the last couple of days, what I heard was that strong productivity-led growth is not something that we fear, but something we embrace. Thank you all very much.
That's it, guys. Now market is in a free fall, probably. I think market is going to be in a free fall. That's it, guys. Thank you for the stream. Okay, we'll see. Maybe it's 22:13, but yeah. Now the Asian session is going to distribute even lower, probably. So, goddamn. That was actually a profitable day for us. So we need to be grateful. Those who made profits, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Yeah, we did one execution with a hedge position. Scalp move, beautiful. Everything was confirmed. Rewatch the stream again. You see the confirmation. And as well, one scalp move. Eric shared the setup that we were preparing from the morning. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the stream. I'm coming back tomorrow, maybe with a stream during the New York session. Let's have a New York session tomorrow. We trade together. Let's have some scalp moves. Today, I'm not trading anymore. I made profits. Yesterday, I made profits. We had stop losses, but still everything, if you execute correctly, you will stay in profits. So no over risk. Stay patient. Trade confirmations only. Do not just jump because there is a move, right? If you see the move, I'm jumping in, right? This is not the best way how to trade. Да, я зайду обязательно. Макс, я зайду скоро в ментор-чат. Yes, you can, guys, everyone can come to X9 community and learn the order flow with me. And everything is for free, and deep charts will be provided as well for the community members who are actively trading with us. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. See you next time.